We've been working pretty hard in the black car, getting that 387 stroker to make some good power. Coming from a turbo build to a naturally aspirated build, there's some things you forget. Things on the table here we're about to address in this video. Stuff that I knew better about. Again, it is a naturally aspirated build, and it's funny how you learn things all over again. Me and Cousin Paul are going to get the black car out of the trailer. We're going to get it set up on the lift, and I'll explain to you what I'm talking about. Stick around. Oh, wait, let me do that again. That was kind of cool, but then I'm pulling on the thing. What did I even say? So me and Cousin Paul are going to get the black car out of the trailer. God damn it. I said something cool, and then it looks stupid. Like, we're going to be putting all the mufflers that we find for this on here. We're leaving the black car naturally aspirated, at least for a while. God dang, she got a big ass. Look at that thing. So the last dyno session didn't end up the way we wanted it to, but there was something that we had completely forgot about. Let me get it up on the lift. I haven't started this car since the last time we were at the dyno, so I gotta check it real quick because we did mess with the coil. Well, that's pretty. I gotta take these Super 40s and put these on the white car. As you know, we just put the Anderson power pipe on. Made about 25 horsepower more with the pipe and the headers, a bit more that's left on the table. So we're gonna get the car up in the air. We installed 1 3/4 long tube headers from BBK. Nice set of headers, went in really well, fit really good. At the bottom of the header, I got an issue. I used to run Cook's long tube headers and a 3-inch X-pipe on my white car, and I left some horsepower on the table right here when we get the black car up on the lift. Last time we were at the dyno, can you tell me what I did wrong here? Long tube headers, they need a lot more collector than this. The BBK headers, they're 1 3/4, but we get back here to this reducer, it's set up for like a 2.5 inch, and that's not gonna cut it. Also, to make matters worse, it's 2.5 inch collector. There's not an extender there, so there's not like an exhaust because we hadn't built it yet. So we ordered some reducers to go from 3.5 to 3, and we're gonna extend it out about 18 inches. So the long tubes will scavenge. There was definitely a chunk of horsepower left on the table. I was choking this motor at this point, and I also wasn't scavenging very well at all. By putting 3-inch on here and adding another 18 inches, we're gonna get these long tube headers back off. We're gonna take them over to the machine shop, and we're gonna chop them. We're gonna make our own reducer and extension. And that'll set us up for the X-pipe we're about to build for it. Once we get that all swapped over, we're gonna head back to the dyno and see if that would actually make a difference. So since the headers are coming out, because we gotta take this exhaust off anyway, because I'm gonna have it so we can swap mufflers on the fly pretty easily, so we can do our muffler video. Definitely a choke point for sure here. We're just gonna make that work for us more. See the difference? Right here is my long tube headers for my Basanis. Definitely gonna make a difference. Extend the header out a little bit longer. These Basanis were part of a 8.2 deck. They won't fit a 9.5 deck. Go ahead and get these over to the shop and have him fabricate them up. All right, I'm gonna go here at Dave's shop. It's a continuation of this video. I told you guys it's gonna be multiple videos. We went ahead and chopped the collector. What'd you do here, Dave?
Chopped the collector.
Made it longer. Gave me a ball socket. Everything's nice and even, 3-inch. We're going to put the X-pipe in there, huh? This is how we're going to run our exhaust system on the black car. Pretty nice little setup. Spent a couple $100 on it, but it's worth it. Too much, had too much collector. It was pretty restrictive right here. Decided to modify it. Last time we dynoed, we had it open. Header literally was like right there where the bump is.
You can run these open headers if you want.
I don't know. I want to put the X-pipe on them. I might even finish most of the exhaust.
I make more power with them open now.
With these ones? We'll send it and see what happens. Let's get them.
Like making noise.
I mean, they do sound pretty good making noise.
It's not for public consumption.
It's not consumption, he said. We definitely can't put the headers on in this weather. Bare metal, so we got to run over and get some exhaust high heat paint. Yeah, right here, this stuff right here. Little flame proof. Got aluminum, that'll work. All right, we back here. Got some flame proof. So these are the headers that we picked up from Dave. We just basically bought a reducer. I think this is a Headman. Let me get this stuff heated up, cleaned up, get some high heat paint on it. I definitely think that this is going to make a considerable difference, not only in power with the scavenging of the long tubes versus what we had on there earlier, but it's going to give us a chance to make a unique sound with the camshaft and mufflers. We have some cool plans with the muffler swap stuff that we plan on doing here with the black car. 1 3/4 exhaust, 3-inch pipes all the way to the back. We're going to do sound clips. We're going to do burnout, drive-by video, just to give you guys an idle, you know, give you something a little bit different here on the channel other than just turbo builds. And it'll be kind of like a nice introduction to that muffler to give it an idea of what it sounds like in a 3-inch exhaust. Do another video and install, I don't know, a different set. Yeah, look at that. Got about 18 inches of scavenging there. Let me get these long tube headers set up, cleaned, and let me get them painted so we can get them installed back on the car. So we went ahead and skipped the install. It was a pretty straightforward install, just like we had before. I had a couple threads I had to deal with, but nonetheless, here is the final of what it looks like. Obviously, it's quite a bit longer. I do have a little bit of a crossover issue there, but I will address that when I finalize the exhaust. I think it looks pretty good. Nice long 18-inch extension here for the scavenging, and right here is where we're going to start tying in our X-pipe. As you noticed, we removed our old turbo Y-pipe and started building our exhaust from this pile that I pulled off the shelf. We'll come up with something like this, come right off the collectors right there so we can dismount them. And then we'll run 2 pipes right here where our studs are at. And then that way I can hot swap mufflers into my tailpipe. I think it'll be a pretty cool little design. We'll get something figured out to where I could take the crossover off. Pretty sure I could just tilt the engine and get enough space here to get the crossover off if I ever needed to bring the transmission down. As far as getting the clutch and the bell housing or something changed, that would be a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, I don't plan on changing that anytime soon, hopefully. So we'll leave it at that. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for the video. Stay tuned as we're going to be actively working on our X-pipe today. That's why it's up here in the lift. And we're heading back to the dyno tomorrow morning. So we're going to have another video of how much more power these extensions meant on the dyno. Should have probably been on there to begin with, or at least had a X-pipe or a exhaust system in it. Let me know in the comments below how much horsepower you think that's going to be worth. Outside of that, guys, I just appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. Big thanks to my members of the channel. To join button below. Outside of that, I just appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon in the next video.